another truck out of here. They got 80 bale, got us a spot opened up here. Good deal. I don't know, kind of starting to think a little bit better, and instead of having two partial water bottles, I might as well just put the remainder of that in this, and this is where it got me. Not quite all the way full. No room on the mower to take that, so I just was thinking, I was like, why can't I just dump the one in this one and just go on about my merry way? Now, yeah, I found out that if you go slow enough on these mowers, that, you know, your water bottle or beverage would not tip over. I'm kind of having some thoughts. I'm seeing that there is a slot down here, or a fan. There's some slots right here. And one thing I'm doing is taking a can and putting a can right here, right between your legs, so that way I can take and put a water bottle here, and it be inside of the can that might come up, you know, about here, kind of, I don't know, for like water bottles and stuff like that. It just trying to make things a little more user friendly. I'm gonna do the same thing on this Steiner. I think, no, I can't even get my hand up in there. Oh wait, yeah, I can, on the back side. Forget that, because there's that park brake mechanism there that is holding the this from coming out. Let me see if I can get a light, because I was going to do the same thing that I was going to do to the grasshopper, and I can't get to those bolts or the zip screws that hold the top of this in here, just because they're covered by objects and things that are in the way. But it's just a thought that I had. I was like, why can't I do the same thing to that? So I'm going to do to that, but that'll be a rainy day project. We got a bunch of grass to mow, so I don't know if this is going to make it in this video or a futuristic video. So I know what you guys are probably thinking to yourselves. You should have put gas in it when it was hot. No, because gas is flammable. And what happens when gasoline, which is flammable, comes in contact with a hot engine? You get sparks. I don't even think you get sparks, you get a fire. Now some of you will say, are going to say, well, why don't you have the Vevor fuel caddy like you shared on your community tab on for Mike P7810's YouTube channel? And there's a good reason why. It's a good idea, and it don't take anything but a couple of bangs around the can to get all your gas out. Yes, I'm aware that I spilled some. I'm just going to put that back over that so that no foreign objects get in the gas tank. So I know what you guys are thinking yourselves, well, the Vevor fuel caddy is so much more easy to maneuver. Okay, it's a 35-gallon, or I don't exactly know how small the fuel caddy is. All I know is the one that was featured in the video was a 30-gallon it was either 30 or 35 gallon fuel caddy. I don't even think we go through, well, since both of these mowers are anywhere between 4.5 gallon or so. Why? Dad also, he brought to my attention that we don't really need that much gas over here. It'll go bad before we ever use it all. It's good in theory to have to, it's a good idea, the Vevor fuel caddy, because it's got wheels. You can move it around, and I'll just show you how I go about my next endeavor, because I need a little more gas, and I'll show you how I manage that once this is empty, just like it already is. So I'm going to put this in the bed of the gator, just like that. It is just easy to carry, to haul 5 to 10 gallon over at a time. Because we don't have a means of lifting the Vevor fuel caddy out of the bed of a gator, it's just, like I said, it's good in the mind of people, but you have to really think, am I going to have a means of lifting and lowering the thing out of the bed of a gator or a pickup truck? And for our application, it doesn't work. Basically, just because we don't use that much gas over here. I think the shelf life of gasoline is like, or I should say storage out of the gas tank, like at the farm or a gas station. I think anything, if you store it in anything outside of that, I want to say is like less than, we'll just say 3 months. You can store it in a gas can or anywhere outside of a fuel, a gas tank, like at the gas station or somewhere else, where there is a high traffic need for gas. Now, we don't have, like I said, that much equipment that is gasoline. So, this is what I use. Just another gas can. I think it's maybe 4.5 gallon. Then I come up here, then I grab this funnel, which guys are probably asking yourselves, well, you should just be able to hit that without a funnel. Some can, some can't. So, like I said, some could do it, some could not. I don't really care for these kind of cans, how the neck, as I call them, this part here, spits gas out all over the place when you try to force it into the fill hole on the gas tank. It don't work. It's just easier to do it this way. It works for everybody. Some things might not work for everybody. That work for some person. I don't know if that made sense, but it made perfect sense to me. And I'm going to say that that is full enough. I don't know why I had to look on the shelf for that funnel. Usually what I like to do to keep things together so you know that things go with something is I like to put the funnel over top of the gas can. Just because you're always looking for a funnel and stuff, and I just think that, you know, if you're going to use something like a funnel for gas, then why not put the funnel upside down on the neck? Everybody does things differently. And there it is. On the ground. I tried putting it between my legs, but that's too darn uncomfortable. But I get the can situation resolved shortly. And there's what little bit of video of the sprayer I can get for you guys. Just can't take the Vevor fuel caddy and ever so easily transfer it from the bed of a gator, pickup truck, and place it on the ground. You need a means of a loader to lift the fuel caddy out of the bed of, again, a gator or pickup truck, whereas a fuel can or a fuel can like this, there's no need for that. Just pick it out by hand and away you go. While I'm here putting gas in the fuel can, I might as well fill my gator up while I'm at it. Kill two birds with one stone. Darn it. So this is why I put the blocks down, so I can back up against them. Still be able to put my tailgate down and get whatever need be out of the bed of the gator with ease. Might be putting this to bed soon. Gonna have to watch the lows in the mornings. If they get like in the 50s, we might be getting the four-wheeler out eventually. Yay.